this is such a buzz industry revolutionizing the world right now, and everybody's watching. Let's talk cryptocurrency. What's your take on crypto? And where do you think this is going? Is this a yes invest or a no, it's a buzz type industry?
I mean, to be honest, nothing makes me more angry than crypto for like a few reasons. I mean, the first thing I'll say is I'm a huge supporter. So when I left, institutional finance years ago, one of my kind of final jobs, if you will, at the firm is I was helping them launch their cryptocurrency division. So essentially it was the framework for it at the time. And I think what was our project? We were trying to figure out how, as an asset manager, they could basically help clients buy and sell cryptocurrency. Pretty simple stuff. I quit because it was in hype mode. This was back in whatever it was, 2016, 2017, just in the previous wave of absolute chaos when Bitcoin hit $20,000. I actually ended up writing a book on cryptocurrency. I flew around, got paid to speak at events and teach people about it and things like that. And I did that for about a year. It was, a lot of fun learning. And then everything just crashed and became decimated. Now, I believe in crypto. I truly think it's the future of finance. Having a decentralized way of moving value around just makes sense, because big banks, especially as somebody who's worked there, I can tell you they're extremely archaic, slow, expensive, using infrastructure that was built years and years ago, brutally outdated. Some banks are better than others. RBC, for example, is making a huge push to modernize. Even so, these are massive corporations that just aren't that nimble. So decentralized finance, where you can move money across the entire world for free and instantly, that's extremely compelling. Whereas it normally takes, days and can cost hundreds of dollars to do something that can be done instantly and for free with crypto. I mean, come on, that just makes so much sense. What bothers me about crypto is that 95% of the investors out there are not investors. They're pure gamblers. They have no idea what they're putting their money into. They have no idea how to keep their money safe. These exchanges are not properly regulated. The crypto industry in general is not regulated at all. It's the Wild West. It's like what the penny stock market was back in the Wolf of Wall Street days. Like anything goes. You can say anything you want. You can do anything you want. People are getting ripped off and scammed left, right, and center. Naive investors are putting money into coins that are, virtually have zero value behind them other than hype of an influencer. So I think, most of these coins, probably 99% of them, are going to go to zero in the long term. I think most of them are completely useless and have no place and no reason to exist. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people are going to learn that the really hard way. What I do also think is that the big coins, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the others near the top there, they're going to be around forever. They're too big to fail. They have a fantastic use case, and they have an enormous number of users. That's the most important thing when you look at a crypto, in my opinion at least, is the network effects. So if you can rewind back to when it was, Facebook was the dominant platform and Google Plus came out. I remember it was pretty exciting, a lot of hype around it. Using the platform, I was like, oh, this is a great platform. And in many ways was superior to Facebook, but it completely flopped. And the reason it completely flopped is because nobody uses it. So you can have the best platform in the world, but if there's nobody else there sharing events, adding friends, posting updates, then what good is a social network? It's the same thing with cryptocurrencies. You could have the best blockchain, the best protocol in existence. It could solve real world problems, but if nobody uses it and there's nobody to transact with, it's virtually worthless. So the number one thing that I look for is these network effects. Bitcoin has so many users. The Ethereum blockchain, so many users, which makes them extremely valuable. A lot of these newer ones are just scrambling to get users. A lot of them are even lying about how many they have. There's so many ways you can be fraudulent with these things because of the lack of regulation that, once the hype fades, the strong will survive and the rest are just going to disappear. That's even more true in the NFT world.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you touched on that because I have felt the same. Everybody is talking about, trying to pick the next winner, and it is essentially gambling. Like these people a lot of them don't even know what things like a smart contract are. Mm-hmm. And if, or how the blockchain fundamentals from a mechanics point of view works. How do they even create them? Right. And so if somebody can't explain what a smart contract is or how a blockchain is created, then they shouldn't be investing in the space.
So that's 99.9% of investors.
Exactly. And so if they don't understand fundamentally, and this is one thing that I talk about with clients, even getting into the regular stock market, is if you don't understand what you're investing in, you shouldn't be investing in it, because then you don't know when you should be buying or selling, when there's an opportunity, when it's time to get out, all of these things that traditional, historic finance would have looked at. And so day traders, crypto traders, all these scams that are going around out there, it's really putting a unrealistic reality on investing and making investing scary, but also more attainable for the average person. And like you said, a lot of these people are going to lose thousands of dollars, because what can go up that fast can equally go down that fast. And that's one thing that people don't realize, is that when they're starting to invest in crypto, everybody's sharing their wins. They're not sharing their losses. They might have earned $30,000 in 12 hours, but how much money did they have to lose in order to get to that point? Because you're literally just throwing money at horses.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, even horses have a better track record.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I'm really glad you gave that explanation, because I think that is so hugely important for people who are new to this. And reality is that most people are new to this because it's only been around for a couple of years.